Welcome back, everyone. This is Ellington, and here we are back with match number 2 of the Tournament of Sweats. This is the HungryWolves versus the Eastern Spearman. Now, from Game 1, Eastern Spearman on attack took the lead in this matchup with a 1-0 victory. So now it is up to the HungryWolves on attack to take back this victory so that they can make it a 1-1 fight. All right, so let's get right into the factions and the players. Once again, I will put up the point system here for you to see it so you can see what each faction is worth points-wise. Remember that at the start of the round, each team started with 15 points. Now, after the first round, the HungryWolves came out of it with 14 points. Quite a bit for their attack. Now, the defenders ended up using, I believe, 6 points, if I remember correctly, leaving them at a total of 9 points left to use in this battle. All right, so without further ado, we'll get to the attackers here, the HungryWolves. We have got Charlie 6 Zulu playing Chimeria. Chimeria is a +1 faction, so that puts them at a solid 15. Then we have got Galatia being commanded by Armored Scarab. That is a -6 faction, a very heavy hitter. That is going to put the HungryWolves at a 9. Then finally we have got Kush. Kush being commanded by Ulfer. Kush is a -5 faction, which puts the HungryWolves at the end of this battle at a total of 4 points left. Now, as you can see, there are some little things happening here in the background, just little kind of minor stuff. Step Lancers charging in, some Levy Freemans, just little things, nothing really important. For the defenders, we have got Bowie Eye being commanded by Foxus Bat. Now, that is a -5 faction. That puts the Eastern Spearmen at a 4 at this point. Then we have got Aravaki, a fun faction. I'm excited to see this one. Aravaki is a 0-point faction, so no points gained, no points lost, so the defenders stay at a 4. Now, finally, for the defenders, we have got Egypt. Egypt is being commanded by Multiplayer. Egypt is a -4 faction. Now, because of that, that is going to put the Eastern Spearmen at a solid 0 points at the end of this battle. So they are all in at this point. Now, what that means is, should the Eastern Spearmen lose this battle, it could be a little bit rough. The land battle that would take place after this, it could be an opportunity to gain a couple points for the final deciding siege battle, but it all depends on whether or not the HungryWolves win this one. So that is going to be the first order of business, is can the HungryWolves take this settlement? As you can see, it's pretty standard setup from the HungryWolves here. An attack on this upper right-hand or upper left-hand corner, I guess, if you're looking at the map. But you can see that they're a little slid over compared to what the Eastern Spearmen were. Eastern Spearmen were a little more compact into this area, but you can see that the HungryWolves have spread themselves all the way over here. They got troops set up. You can see they are now opening up their artillery positions, mostly due to the fact that you can see Aravaki's artillery is dead, Bowie Eye's artillery is dead, and where's the last artillery? Ah, Egypt, I guess, forgot its artillery? Whoops, I guess. I'm really excited for the Aravaki pick here. Aravaki is a very, very good defensive faction, especially on Barbarian maps due to the Slinger ability. So it's going to be really interesting to see here. The Scutari for Aravaki are very, very good. They are almost 100 gold cheaper than a Thorax Sword, and yet can go toe-to-toe with a Thorax Sword. So a very good, cost-efficient unit. You can see artillery already coming in. Are they I think like they're double teaming this wall here. Wall's at 67%. Kush has actually gotten some kills. Ooh, a little low. A little high, a little low. I don't remember the rest of it. Still a little low. You know, I was going to say, I don't real. I think that Chimera's artillery is a little off. I think they probably could have deployed a little bit closer here. One, it would make this shot a little bit easier. Two, it would give them a little bit more range into the settlement. See, Kush has moved his towers up. And then Galatia kind of shifting right now. See up here, thorax swords. We can see some Iberian swordsmen. Unfortunately, this is from the attacker's view, so we can't really see much other than a few things of the defenders. All right, breach is down. We're probably going to see a pretty big push to the breach now. Look at all the show tells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 show tells there. 6, 7. Got 5 Kushite slaves. Went with 4 Kushite archers, it looks like. Then his general is a Kushite royal guard. Interesting pick. A lot of Kushite players, honestly, these days, you typically see them bring the royal Kushite archer gen. 1, to save money. 2, honestly, that's a big thing. Save money is really the #1 reason why people might bring the royal Kushite archer. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the royal Kushite archer. I think it's a little overpriced. Actually, I think it's a lot overpriced. It's 700 gold for an archer that loses to an archer that's 600 gold. You know, Chimerian heavy archers beat royal Kushites, but Chimerians are 600 something, 620 maybe, and royal Kushites are like 720. It's a pretty absurd difference in price for really not much of a gain. You know, I'm starting to think that they aren't really defending the corner much at all. Look at all the troops set up back here. Thorax swords and Scutari set up in the back. Well, there are a couple dead bodies here, so maybe they are. I think they're firing. I think they suspect there's troops in here. Same thing, getting troops into those spots. I heard archer fire. Yeah, maybe not. I thought I heard pew pew or something like that. It's like that's like the sound you typically hear. Are they getting any kills in here? No. And to be honest with you, I really think they're just throwing ammo into this at this point. They know they can hit stuff here. Maybe they don't want to because they're in a loose formation. Iberian swords, Celtic bowmen. Ooh, there's some. I honestly am thinking that the defenders are not going to defend this too much. Looks like they're going to take the thought process of, well, I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to hold on to that statement until we see once people get into the settlement. Okay, there's Levy Freeman here, but they are already backing up. Well, they only backed up a little bit. I wonder if they're trying to bait this Kushite unit in. Maybe they can get the Kushite unit to follow and get a unit in behind it to finish it off. If you can kill the early wave quickly, then it puts you in a very, very good position to prepare for the next wave of assault. Look at this. I'm pretty sure this is the only unit in this corner. So I think the defenders are giving up the corner. I think they're going with the thought process here that they know how powerful this advance is. That they're just saying, all right, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and give it up. Instead of losing all of these troops to defending these areas that are hopeless, well, maybe not. Thorax sword going forward. I was going to say it's not a terrible idea, just given the fact that, once again, they don't, you know, they already know that if they defend this, they're probably going to lose a lot of men. Kushite has four archers. Galatia, excuse me, has 3 mercenary Syrian archers, so that's 7. And then they have the 4 Chimerian heavy archers, which makes 11 pretty darn good archers. For the defenders, they don't have that. They've got either Iberian or Balearic slingers, 4 of them, 4 Celtic bowmen, and I'm going to guess 3 Cretans and 1 Nubian bow from Egypt. That matchup, Levy Freeman v. Levy Freeman, the matchup of the century. This is what you are all here for, is to see this matchup right now. It is the Battle of the Freemen. Hopefully you guys got really hyped by that, because I tell you what, I put a lot into saying that and making it like super hyped up, just so you guys would be super like, yeah, we're here, woo! So I expect to see many comments in the chat of you guys like saying, woo, yeah, I'm pumped up, I'm fired up, yeah. So whatever you're doing right here, right now, stop. Go to the chat bar and type something about being hyped up. Cool? All right, cool. Now, let's be honest. These Levy Freemen are not going to make it very long. This one's already breaking. This one's here along with a Shotel, so that should do all right. I don't agree with this. I think this is way too early to be dropping on this side. You can see what's going to happen here is the defenders are going to swarm this corner. And as they get pinned in, they're probably, what I'm going to bet is we're going to see Egyptian. You could even do the Celtic bows. Celtic bows in here and just shoot the crap out of the attackers. Kushite slave infantry will get wrecked by those archers. Shotel's now at 130. Got some Javies coming in from sword followers, and they're going to charge in. Even if they don't go with the archer tactic here, all they have to do is just swarm this. Hit them on the walls, hit them spread out before they form up, and you will crush this attack. I think this is too early to be dropping here. It's Ankara, guys. Concentrate on the corner and be patient. Patience will win you this settlement. You win the corner and you walk your way to victory. That is how this map works. I'm not going to tell you that there are not times that it doesn't fail, but it is a highly successful attack. Shotel warriors at 97 men and already routing. They will probably come back, but they're going to die right as they go through this. Watch. Watch. Watch it. Well, wait. He might be super lucky. I think it's... Oh, he's so lucky. It's neutralized. I didn't want to, like, just say it. I wanted to wait and see, and before I was like, oh, look at this, oh, and then they don't get correct. But yeah, 84 men. They might come back, honestly. But man, broken at 84, that's huge. Problem with Kush is they really don't have very good morale. So that can cause a problem here, especially with the swarm that is happening. You can see, look at the Iberian swordsman, 74 kills. Let's see, we had a Celtic warrior, 164, just wiping out Kushite slave infantry. Sword followers at 115. Ooh, but they got to be careful. Look at the... Oh, where's the Shotel going to go? They might go here, actually. They might want to finish this real quick, and then... Yeah, there you go. But I'll tell you what, if you're going to hit this assault, you need to put more troops into it right now. You have the foothold. You have an opportunity. You've got a sword follower pinned down. If you had troops moving onto the wall right now, you could probably do something here. But to be honest with you, I think that they might have just kind of wasted a couple units. There you go, Armored Shotel, or the Shotel, not Armored Shotel, excuse me, just came back. And no further advance from Kush onto this corner. The look at the push coming from Galatia. Scutari charging into the Galatian swords. They know they have to. The Scutari are a low armor, 60 armor, that's it. And the Galatian units were just jabbing the crap out of them, so the Scutari charge on in. Now the problem is no counter charge from the Galatian swords of Galatia. They should have countercharged. That 28 charge bonus, and they probably would have crushed that Skutari. Now, Galatian Swords going in on Thorax Swords, but they need to be careful. They are now in an uneven fight. Look at this. The Thorax now getting beautiful shots. Nothing to come through the gap. If they finish the Skutari, the Galatian Sword will be able to go in quickly. I think he's just now realizing that and trying to get through. Thorax Sword's a little bit of a push through. What is that? Egypt. Oh, man. What are you doing? Egypt Steve, what are you doing, Steve? That's a huge pull through, man. Huge pull through. Galatian Sword's now getting crushed by that. Oh, man. I'm going to guess he probably misclicked on the Galatian Sword behind it, and they tried pushing through to get to that unit. Thorax Sword's now going to charge the Galatian Swords because they didn't charge. Come on, Galatia, get in there. All right, now we have an archer fight between Syrians and Celtics. Syrians are going to win that pretty easy, guys. You can see in the background, we got a little bit of, let's see, Mercenary Cretans from Egypt. Got an Iberian slinger here on the wall because he wants those Chimerian heavies. He wants them bad. It doesn't look like he has the range on it at the moment. Chimerian actually dropped units here. Got a Young Axe here. What do we got? 115 men. Where is this unit? What is happening right now? Oh, this unit is still down. I don't know. It's like down here, but then there's a few up here. I don't know what's going on. The center, let's see. Kush might be gaining a little bit of ground here, but this, it went very badly. Very, very badly. Artillery is still coming in. We got 11 kills on the Kushite, 18 and 19 on the Galatian and Chimerian. All right, so this side is lost. It looks like Kush is fully committed to the corner, which is probably what they should have started with. Kushite slave infantry now pushing for the gate. Break down the gate. It is neutralized. That will allow them to go in and get another avenue of assault. I find that it looks like the attackers keep getting themselves in uneven engagements here, where you have like an engagement here, but then an engagement here, and then this huge gap. And what happens is it allows units to get in here and shoot or javy into the side of yours. See, same thing. Now they're kind of going in and really just kind of an uneven. They need to go there, there, and then get another unit there. I've also noticed not a lot of javy use from the attacker. They're kind of just start charging straight in with all units instead of tying down units with one and javying them with the other. Scythian Hoplites now making their way through the gate. Four kills, noble fighters in against them. Those noble fighters are about to get a ton of kills. 154 men with 82 kills already. They just need to be careful of those Chimerian heavy archers. They are starting to target them, and that is going to be the biggest problem that Aravaki is going to run into here, is going to be the archers. But look at this, look at this. So we got Cretans moving up, and we've got Iberian slingers moving forward as well. They're going to try and push these Chimerians off, which would then allow the noble fighters to stay and fight. Thorax still engaging, a lot of artillery coming in, but I don't really see any objective targets here. Nothing like, say, I'm not seeing anything like, hey, I see something, I'm going to kill it. I see a lot of, hey, there might be stuff here, let's shoot it. So be careful with that. You really run through ammo real quick by doing stuff like that. 80 kills, pretty good, 54 and 16. So it looks like Chimera is getting pretty good arty shots. Kush seems to be fully committed to this area here. Chimera and Galatia are going to come in this way. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of Chimeria attacking here. And if they're going to, I think they should land. I think they should also threaten this Slinger. If they're going to get up here and try to shoot you, then get a unit on this tower and threaten to get up on that wall. There you go, shifting again, going for the Chimerians. Chimerian Heavy Archers, 125 kills, 84 kills. Thorax falling back a little bit. Here's the artillery. Now it looks like they're shooting with a purpose. This is a very good area to target right here, right now. Unleash ungodly hell. Chimera at 90 kills. Kush at 16 still. Galatia way in the back. 111 all of a sudden. I don't remember what they were the last time we just looked, but it wasn't 111, I'll tell you that much. So they are starting to shoot with purpose now. 105 now on the Chimerian Ballista. Noble Fighter, 137 with 164 kills. Guys, it's so painful. Why? Ooh, Iberian Slingers just got kicked off the walls. Ooh, I think that was Galatia sneaking over and getting that walking shot. I call it the walking shot because what happens is you walk your slinger or your slinger shooters, archers up here. You get set up, you shoot down the wall, then you advance, you shoot down the wall, you advance, you shoot down the wall, and you walk your way down the wall, thus gaining you further and further advantage. But look at this, Galatia pulling off his attack. He's setting his shields to face the archers of the defenders, but Chimeria is fully engaged at the gate with no resistance anymore. Galatia has stopped his attack. Perhaps he is waiting to see if Kush can pull something off here. Kush, I'm going to be honest with you, you have a bad matchup here. The Sword Followers, 39 melee attack. That is not a good thing for you. They also have 57 melee defense. That's not great for you, for Kush. Kush is going to have a lot of problems there. It's a good matchup for Boei. And look at this, Noble Fighters moving in for Aravaki as well. They are looking to get stuck in. Now they need to be careful. Kush's archers are nearby. Ooh, artillery. Artillery! Oh, beautiful shot. Believe that was Galatia here. Oh my God, look at that, 173. There we go, guys. Once again, shoot with a purpose. Don't shoot randomly. Shooting randomly is how you waste ammunition. Now remember, the advice that I give, keep in mind that everything is situational, but these are things that are typically just kind of known things that you shouldn't typically do. Situationally, there could be times, but for majority of the time, it's not worth it. Here we go, Egypt, no counter charge. Oh, that's why the shield walling, they're just taking the charge. Galatian Legionaries, 28 charge bonus, charging in here. Galatian Legionaries are going to rip right through Egypt's Thorax swords. Galatian Legionaries, one of the best mid-tier infantry in the game, top 3 for sure, arguably number 1. I don't like going into saying this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, because it's a debate for everybody. You know, it's just one of those things that every of the units in the top 3, they all have reasons why they could be number 1. Oh my God. Now my question here is, okay, you're getting kills, yes. Levy Thorough Spears, is that worth it, would be my question. 34 kills on them. I don't know that they have much ammunition left on them, if they have anything at all. So my question would be, are the kills that you're getting worth it? Levy Thorough Spears, I just don't know that they're really, that's really the thing you want to be targeting. Maybe a little bit of ground being gained here. The Sword Followers actually fall back a tiny bit, but now countercharged back into the Shotels. Showtails, I think, are trying to draw them forward, allowing the other one into a flank. Once again, same as the last battle where the Hungry Wolves were defending, the attackers not taking the side shots here to further their advance down the center. Bit surprised by that. Bit surprised. Looks like, to me, that the Hungry Wolves here on attack are the same as the Eastern Spearmen were in Game 1. They are set on this is their attack. This is their avenue to victory. It is down the left lane. But the question will be, can they get there? Showtails are going to have a heyday against the Thorax Swords. They're going to eat right through this and work their way right into the Levy-Thuro Spears. Galatian Legionaries are going to make easy work of this Thorax Sword as well. Levy-Thuros, you saw in the background, they're actually just charging in, replacing the Thorax, it looks like. That is a nasty blade that those Showtail warriors wield, man. I don't know that I agree with the shots here from the archers. I think there's probably better shots you could be taking. One, I think this is a shot that they absolutely 100% should be taking advantage of. You have 3 units here that are very, very valuable, including a very dangerous noble fighter that is highly susceptible to arrow fire, and there's no shots being taken there, and I don't know that I agree with that. Already hitting the center, not really much there. Showtail's at 84, 130 men left. Thorax still, they're doing all right. 89 kills at this point. Another switch out. Levy-Thuro Spears going in. Square formation. I don't know about this. It looks like Chimeria's goal here is to tank his way up this ramp. Oh my god, the Noble Fighters at, what, 388 kills with 32 men left. Only 1 chevron, which means they're not getting super high value kills, but in the end, kills are kills, and whatever they're worth, 391 kills is a lot of men. So that is a useful thing for the defenders. Once again, a little bit of an uneven stack here. Your Showtail's kind of stuck up. Galatians should do pretty well. It looks like maybe we're trying to get a walk across the gate here. This is really, honestly, a little frustrating at this point. They have a beautiful, beautiful angle to really do some damage here. They are not taking it, and I'm a little disappointed. Syrians 118, 81, and 162, and they all have ammo. But you also have the Kushite archers that could be, there we go. Now are they doing it? I think it was Kush that was shooting there. There it is. But where you need to be more like over here to get this shot. That's the shot you want. This shot is still a relatively frontal angle, so they still are getting their shield bonus. What I would be doing, I would have your archers in this area here shooting over there. That would get you a much better success. Why are we shooting the Levy-Thuro Spears? That's what I want to know. Chimerian Heavies, 163 kills now. 105, 152. Do I see another noble fighter now engaged? Yes, I do. Look at that. And the first one's now at 422 kills, by the way, with 26 men left. But the fresh noble fighter and the noble fighter general is now in. So 2.25-ish noble fighters now engaged in this combat. The noble fighter general is the one getting shot now by the Chimerian heavies. It's a good target. Kushite archers just popped a quick reload, I think it is. All right, you can see the noble fighters finally started taking damage. 86 out of 160 now. They're at half health. They need to be careful. Celtic bows are getting some good shots here. But you can see Boei is well set up for reinforcing that. Man, if they're out of arty, that's a big shame. And I think they are. Because this is ripe for artillery fire. Man, I wish they had held on to some of that artillery ammo. They could have had some beautiful shots here. Shotel's now at 189, 105, 432 on the tiny noble fighter, 101 on the other one. Iberian Soars, 135 kills, 58 on the general, 96 on the Galatian legionaries. It is a mosh pit. But here we go, more advancing coming from Galatia here.
Find your targets! From the skies! Back, withdraw!
Ooh, uh-oh, this is bad. This is very bad right now. Unless maybe this unit is here? Maybe that's what it is. Okay, maybe there is like a Shotel sitting right there. But if not, they need to be careful. Boei just about walked right into their archers. Levy thorough spears. I'm not sure exactly what they're aiming for. And now I'm seeing, I think that's Cretan fire coming in. To be honest with you, over on this flank, it's not looking great. And over in the center, man, they are holding strong. Where are the armored Shotels for Kush? That's what I want to know. All I've seen are regular Shotel warriors, and I'm starting to wonder that they didn't bring any. Look at this! Look at this! Galatia! Levy Freeman, 45 men getting up behind, getting into the Celtic bowmen. All right. Steppe Lancers, I'm not sure why the pick of the Steppe Lancers. I think it's a little bit of waste of money here. Like, they've got some kills, but in all reality, what exactly are they supposed to do here? And Chimeria continues to just try to tank his way, shove his way through the gate. Counter fire going on the Cretan archers. Are they both Cretans? Yeah, I guess they are. I know, from far away they looked like Nubians for a minute. I was like, what the hell? Carrying Axeman General for Egypt. I wonder, 0 kills, so he has not thrown any of his jabbies. Looks like he's about to, though. Noble Fighter, 214 kills, 95 men left. Quite the attack going here. And Carry and Axeman just going in. They're not even throwing anything. Then the other noble fighter here, 138 men with 81 kills. Here's the big problem that the attackers have. They don't have any like real elites to go into battle here. Galatia has great mid-tier infantry. Chimeria just has meh like hoplites. Their Chimera nobles are decent, but they're not going to take on Oathsworn or noble fighters. And Kush didn't bring any armored showtells. So they actually have a real big problem here in the fact that they don't really have anything to go up against the elites of the defenders. And I think that's really turning out to be the big difference so far in this battle. 204 kills, the Oathsworn's also in. They still have sword followers to go into this fight as well. Lots of sword followers. Oh no, Noble Fighter is busted through. Chimerian Heavy's trying to target it down. Kushite Archers booking it. They're trying to get the hell out of dodge. Galatian Legionaries trying to cut it off. Actually, a lot of archer fire coming from the Celtic bows shooting at the Chimerian Noble Infantry. 98 men with 2 kills. That's not a great start. The Oathsworn's going to have a heyday against these Showtells. He went shield wall. It's going to penalize a little bit of his attack ability there. 99-man Levy Freeman now getting up on the wall, but that's just going to get crushed by this sword follower. Chimerian Heavy's up on the walls. Looks like they're just trying to engage these Balearic Slingers. Balearic Slingers at 205 kills. But look at the Chimerian Heavies. 226, 173, 159. Where's number 4? Maybe he's already gone. He might be already gone. Well, never mind then. The attackers have been shoved back. And Chimeria is engaged here once again with no help at all. This is not going very well. 43-man Galatian Legionary now trying to assist it. But the Oathsworn, 44 kills, 146 men left.
Advance at speed. Quickly now. Advance at speed.
Oh man, this, I hate to say, it's not looking very good. Bounce power is pretty heavily in favor of the defenders at this point. This attack over here, I hate to say, I think is just chalked up as a failure at this point. They've lost all the ground that they had taken. And actually, the defenders now getting pretty aggressive in countering back up the middle and maybe even working their way back up the flank here. Chimeria still has a couple troops engaged through the gate, but that's it. You know what I mean? Scutari now throwing Javies into that same mix. And now the sword follower is going to charge into their flank. Celtic bows still have pretty good ammo. And they are shooting at the Steppe Lancers, which once again, unfortunately not really finding much of a go here. Galatian Legionaries engaging alongside the Shotel Warriors. Actually a Celtic warrior holding the front now. Not typically this late in the battle that you see the low tier units like this. But now the Bowie-eyed General, 94 kills, re-engaged. Sheltels at 97, 46 on the Galatian Legionary. Ooh, did we just get Cav in the arch or the slingers? Nope. I think he got around. Well, maybe. It's a small unit. Where are you going? Well, he's shattered now, so it doesn't matter. Well, never mind then. Now the Chimerian General going through the gate. I don't really know why. You're very, very heavily outmatched here by these units, and you're now by yourself with no support from any other flank. I don't get why send that unit in. I think you take this unit back and reconsolidate your forces. Unfortunately, I hate to say for the HungryWolves, but I believe that this side is officially lost. And if this side is lost, I think that it is not far behind that the battle is lost. They have gained really no ground here, and they have lost many lives for this one choke point here that they haven't gained. Celtic bows now set up with some good side shots on Galatian Legionaries. And the Galatian Legionaries can't exactly turn to face it either due to the threat from the other side. And the Chimerian General fights alone. Noble Fighters at 411 kills and 167 kills. Skutari at 60. I bet the Slingers are now getting some good shots too. 199 kills on the Balearic. A lot of shots coming in on the Kushai Royal Guard. Why are you charging there? Oy vey. I hate to say it, guys. I hate to say it for the HungryWolves, but I believe that this is going to be a GG and that the Eastern Spearmen winning game 2 for a 2-0 victory here. You know, two like very, very intense fights. That first one was pretty crazy, to be honest with you. And this one, just very high octane, very pedal to the metal here by the attackers. But just didn't seem to be able to make it through some of the very integral places of Ankara that you need to go through. Galatian noblemen got the Chimerian noble infantry. If the attacker, if the defenders wanted, they could just come in and wrap up. But that is going to be it, and it will be an advance for the Eastern Spearmen, but unfortunately for the HungryWolves, this is the end of the road and the end of the tournament for their team. But GG to both teams, very well fought. All right, first off, Ulfer as Kush with 1,852 kills. We got 158. All the Showtels did pretty solid. His archers, a couple of them probably could have done a little bit better. 108 on the ballista. Charlie 6 Zulu as Chimeri with 1,376 kills, 105 on the ballista again. Archers did extremely well, very, very well. But unfortunately, his hoplites failing to perform here. Armored Scarab is Galatia leading the Hungry Wolves team, 1,899 kills, 118, 162 on the Syrians here, 198 on the Celtic Ballista, and the Galatian Legionaries. Honestly, once again, a little bit of underperforming here. 15 kills, 22, 87, 5. That's really, really not what you want to see out of them. For the defenders, we have got Bulbasaur Azervaki, 2,483 kills. So Eastern Spearman here. Now for Air, oh my God, look at this. 5 noble fighters, 336, 432, 208, 172, and 436. Slingers 218, 253. Scutari with 156, 143 on an Iberian sword. Multiplayer is Egypt with 1,343 kills. Archers, once again, not doing too hot there. 126 on the Carrying Axeman General. His Thorax Sword's 166, 154. And finally, Fox's Bat as Bowie with 2,557 kills, leading the defenders to victory here in their defense of this in this tournament. 166 on the Oathsworn General. The Celtic Bow's actually doing pretty solid there. And the Sword Followers doing what they exactly do. 287, 195, 361. Very, very well done. Great fight from both teams. That is going to be it for today's battle and the end of this matchup. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we will see you guys next time.